In this video, we're going to talk about employment practice liability insurance and specifically look at third-party liability. What is it, why do you need it, and how do you get it? Hi, I'm Coyle. Welcome back to my channel where we talk about risk and insurance issues on the minds of business owners. So let's start with some basics and answer broadly what EPLI coverage is and what it does. EPLI, or Employment Practice Liability Insurance, is a specialized form of insurance coverage that protects a business and its leaders from claims which arise from wrongful employment acts and disputes. These are commonly things like wrongful termination, discrimination, harassment, hostile work environment, and so forth. Primarily, this policy covers claims brought by employees for these types of wrongful acts. But what happens if a claim alleging discrimination or harassment is brought by a non-employee, like a customer, a client, a vendor, or a contractor? This is where third-party liability coverage in an EPLI policy steps in. Now you may be asking, how can, say, a customer bring a discrimination or a harassment suit? Wouldn't that be covered under my general liability insurance? So as an example, there are claims where customers are treated unfairly and they allege that they were discriminated against or harassed due to their race, ethnicity, sex, or any other protected class. This can happen in a restaurant, a retail store, and really, it can happen in any industry and in any vertical. Unfortunately, it happens every day. Whenever a business interacts with the public, there's always the risk that an employee will say something wrong or act inappropriately or says something inappropriate, and a lawsuit ensues. The question is, what happens when there is a lawsuit? You may think the company's general liability policy would first respond to a claim like this, but it doesn't because it's excluded. So maybe if you're a business owner, you turn to your employment practice liability policy, if you have one, and ask, is it covered there? And the answer is that'll depend on whether third-party coverage has been endorsed onto that EPL policy. If it's not, then no, you're not covered. Why wouldn't third-party coverage be automatically included? Well, that's a good question, and what we often see are policies that are bought online or from inexperienced brokers. They don't include this important endorsement, and that reinforces our mantra of why it pays to work with a skilled broker. Before I continue, can I ask you to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this? Thanks. The good news is that adding third-party liability to an EPL policy isn't difficult or expensive, and if you've not yet purchased EPLI insurance, we've streamlined the underwriting process to help you get more options more efficiently. What's really important to consider on the subject of third-party liability is that education and continued reinforcement of good training are critical to preventing these types of claims in the first place. Strong policies, procedures, employee handbooks, ongoing training are critical to preventing employment-related suits and third-party liability lawsuits. Sure, insurance is an important backstop to the financial losses that can arise from these types of claims, but preventing them from occurring in the first place is even more important. Discrimination, harassment, and employment claims in general are not only expensive to defend against and settle, but they can also bring tremendous negative publicity to your business, which can impact your enterprise value and your cash flow. So preventing these kinds of claims is paramount. If you want to learn more about EPLI and third-party protection, reach out and let's connect. My contact info is in the description box below, and I'd love to chat and see how we can help you. Thanks for watching.